Look over here, it's a hermitage, and it's next to this beautiful castle on the hill. Ed Sheeran told you about it in his songs. It was beautiful. This, I guess, is the castle next to the hill, the museum next to the hill. It's absolutely fine. The Daycare Centre of Art works. Actually, the Daycare Centre of Artwork works really, really well when you actually have sculptures that you're eating and snacking on. Get them into there. It's lovely. One thing I am going to do is just work on the fact that I get 50% more artist and musician points, and I might just flick around my cards a little bit. I've got symphonies. That'd give me 4 extra, so 6 extra points. Frescoes, I haven't got any art museums, so it would be symphonies. But the thing is, I'm buying them from Brazil. There's no need to make my own. I'm doing really well. Gold. Gold is far more important for us to get. Hugely more important for us to get. So I'm going to actually work on getting another trade route. That for me is more important. And the settlers begin. Okay, I'm going to look to basically start settling on some really weird places that allow me for maximum national park placement. This is what the new cities are going to be for. National parks, very little else. Very little else indeed. This is my privateer. Say hello to the privateer. They are just sort of going around and pillaging the odd Zulu towel. There's very little I can actually get to, which is a bit unfortunate. But if I can get to it, I will have my fun. Brazil is literally only digging up my artifacts. I'm just watching this guy run around. He's literally doing my job for me. It's amazing. It's so funny. Oh dear. I love it. I love it. It's actually really, really funny. Oh look, my own writer, my own artist. Oh my goodness, it happens from time to time. I get something. Oh dear. Every time I see artifacts pop up, I get excited. Every time. Oh, the best bit is, because Brazil is never ever filling up their archaeological museums, their archaeologists don't actually disappear. It's really handy. So like, I keep sort of picking these up. I just realized the problem is I actually did buy myself an archaeologist there, and it was totally pointless because I just bought some stuff into that museum and now they're gone already. That's why I'm not picking up my own archaeologist. They're just a bit faffy when I'm buying stuff. It's just not very easy. Oh, why can we not theme this? Literally, there's just no chance of theming right now. Come on, we need to get some different stuff. I also need to keep an eye out for Mary Leakey. This game, artifact tourism, is going to be a big thing for me, and I want to make sure that we get that fully. That is an amphitheater in this city. If I can get myself just a touch more gold, actually next turn I'll be able to afford it. That's cool, and we can go from there. I've also got a naturalist. The more national parks I put down, and I am working on this to get as many as I can, the more I put down, the more immunities we get, and that's pretty cool as well. I'm starting to make my cities happy again. We're working on it. I think my capital, yes, is happy again now, which is lovely. I've got things like retainers, liberalism. I'm putting all these things in. The more happy I get, the more yields I get, the more of everything I get. It really does help. Cool, this is cool. I feel like I'm properly, like I'll be honest, right? This game, Ursa was playing pretty chill. I was not particularly stressed or worried. I wasn't really thinking about things too hard, you know? It was okay. But now I'm actually having to genuinely think this through and be like, okay, what do I need to do? What's my play here? What am I doing? And it's great. I love it. It's so much fun. Like, we have to maximize stuff here. There's steel. Coupe. Come on, there you go. Be my friend. You know you want to be my friend. Zulu, you know you want peace. Come on, give me gold. No, okay, fine. Just take a blank piece. It was a silly fight, and, you know, I like the fact that the world was against you. I like the fact we've now got open borders, and I love the fact that you're just going to buy all my stuff for cheap as well. Not cheap. What's the opposite of cheap? For expensive. Let's say that. Buy in an amphitheater, and then we can move more of this work out into the amphitheaters. I like to keep things in the specialist building they're intended for. We've got a palace, Apadana. That's all looking really good. I think we've taken all the music out of the game now. The music was really, really good. Some really good tourism from that. No, it's just writing now. Fine. This is good. I don't mind buying books if literally, like, that's all it is. God, those books were cheap. I don't mind paying gold per ton for something that cheap. And I can buy another amphitheater in that city as well. Oh boy, we are getting some good stuff today. So we've got an aid request going there and a military aid request going there. And there's lots of war going on. Oh, if we do like one project, one aid request, I reckon we'll win that. That's awesome. 25 population city, yeah. And we fabricated a scandal as well. Oh, nice. Fez is coming on our side. Remembrant, you're going to pass and see if we can get a sculpture person. If I can get some actual sculptures, yum. I'll know what I'll be having for my tea after that. Oh, Brazil, they have 2 archaeologists, but they're just sat around and not doing anything. It's like, do something for me. I'm going to buy one myself. It's actually probably about time I make my own artwork, isn't it? Eventually I was going to have to do it. Perfect. I'm getting some actual artifacts now that aren't mine. Oh yes, look, I can theme. I'll be able to theme once I fill Gondar up. Oh, okay. It's good. I've stolen so many from Brazil now that I feel like I've got a huge amount of extra or like spare culture that I wouldn't normally have got. But now I've done that, it's probably safe for me to go and make my own. Like at some point I was always going to have to do it, and I feel like this is probably that point now. Another national park. All these cities are going to get happy around here. They most certainly are. So I can probably build another one over there. I'm building another one over there. Like, I've actually got more spots for national parks than I initially thought in this sort of clump. Taking over Ethiopia was, yeah, turned out to be a really good idea. Who'd have thought? Cultural heritage, heritage tourism. Oh, that's a lot of extra tourism. That is good to see. Good to see indeed. Right, up to 329. I now have more tourists than Brazil does. Okay, there's a long way to go though, because their culture is pretty insane. It's pretty, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get through that one. Oh look, actually I've got that to +3. That's cool. This is now 0. That could be... Okay, right, we're just still planting... Like, I'm actually doing really well planting forests and getting all this sort of stuff out. Like, actually could be much worse. So let's just quickly get myself the archaeologist. Beautiful. And now that I've got some of these beautiful sunken treasures as well. Oh, I'm going to be doing great. My first shipwreck. And I just don't want any more from myself. Okay, we should be able to, surely we should be able to move some of this now around. Look at that. Themed in my capital, and I always love the fact the food and the production gets themed as well. That is the best touch for me. It's awesome. Oh, phew. Okay, right, we're starting now. Starting to actually get some decent tourism in, I think. We're working on plastics, which means we're not a million miles away from synthetic tech materials now, and biosphere. That's my capital's job. I'll be building that one, and we need to sort of rush it through where we can. Bolshoi, 2 randomly chosen 3 civics. I'm hoping this gives me ideology. There's a couple I've missed, which thinking about it would have been a bad thing. But really what I'm doing it is for the music and writing slot. I think it gets 1 of each. And I need as many slots as I can get. Exploration. Oh, that's a bit of a waste. And what else did I get? Exploration. Oh, I think I got 2 rubbish ones. Oh, never mind. Anyway, it's in my capital, which is a good thing, so I can keep moving things around. And actually now Pingala's in my capital and is boosting tourism. I need to make sure that all of the great works in my capital are the really good ones. So if you ever see any of the culture in your works like a little bit higher than they should be, as you can see, look at this, right, we've got our 4 great works in my capital. Okay, that's good, that's fine. You know what's coming, Mayans? More grievances. Ha 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 ha. Oh, we're going to be digging up a lot of stuff. I'm very sorry. I'm not really that sorry. I should just point that out quickly. Not sorry at all. I built the Tomb of Mausoleum because I kind of hoped that if I got a couple of wonder engineers, I'd be able to double build them. Plus, don't forget, wonders give tourism, especially these really old wonders. I'm building it quite late into the game, but it in itself is pretty handy. So there we go. And here we go. Another one to theme. Yay! We are slowly theming things. It's taken a while, but we'll get there. Oh, we're almost at professional sports. Exciting times. Then I just need to get to flight and radio once I've got synthetic materials. Yeah. We're sort of doing this game in a bit of a strange order in order to just rush the biosphere. Probably don't need to rush the biosphere as much. I'm also just assuming that I can build it somewhere in my capital. I have so many neighborhoods. I mean, actually looking at it, maybe I can't. Oh, that's interesting. I might have to manufacture somewhere that I can build it, like on this tile or something. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to do that. So let's just move some tiles around, get you 2 into my territory, and then build a neighborhood on this tile. Okay, that'll do. Professional sports. Okay, if we ever had an amenity problem, that will be done now. I also got this aid request. I won that. That's cool. I won 7 points. I could win a diplomacy victory. That is an option still, kind of, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, right. Will that actually make my capital forever happy? Nope, there are 3 luxuries. So it won't. It won't make it forever happy. But, I mean, looking at where the stadium is, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of my cities are in range of that, so that's good. I've got a water park that I'm just finishing this aquarium on. That'll give me another building. Yeah, I think so far so good. I was basically just filling in all the spaces around my capital just to benefit from the Colosseum, and also my stadium as well. In fact, actually, this spot is in range. Look at that, perfect. So that'll be wonderful. Can I build a stadio in my capital? I don't think I can. No, I haven't got the flat land. That's fine. We'll build this stadio somewhere else, probably over here, with a great person. Eiffel might be the one. Probably not. I haven't got anywhere near enough yields. My faith is being very much used at the moment on my parks. I'm just trying to think, is there anything that will give me more faith income? I really need more faith. Triangular trade? Might give me a little bit. Raj. Oh, why have I not got Raj in? You idiot. Oh, dear, sir. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Actually, I'm going to take Republican Legacy out and put Triangular Trade in as well. This will just bump my faith up a little bit. And once my happiness settles down, I'll just be using all of my new buildings to get that one done. Like, okay, right, Coupe. Why here? Of all places. Ugh. When I get a golden age, you are going to regret that. I bought a solitary art museum because I could theme it. Look at that, 30 tourism from one museum. That's pretty good. How's my culture doing? Up to 52. I think Brazil's secret tourism, or what is it, like the domestic tourism, is actually growing faster than ours is at the moment. So we need this up a lot more. What are we up to? Cold War. Once I get to social media, that'll help a lot. But yeah, this is proving tricky. I'm also waiting for Pedro to move out of fascism into a tier 4 government. As soon as they do that, I can make the leap and join whatever government they're doing, and I won't get the government penalty. It'll be awesome. Yep, they're sending rock bands to me, which is a bit frustrating. Oh look, my tourism is actually starting to spike a little bit now. That's cool. And a musician of my own. That is one that I will actually look at because there is no more music in the game at the moment. And I have space, I think, for music? Is there a sound for music? There probably isn't. I'll search. I think there may be a city somewhere that can build an amphitheater. I forget where though. So I'm going to have to just manually. No, there's not. There's not at the moment. Okay, fine. So music is something that I could get rid of. That's interesting. Okay, well, hang on. We're not far from synthetic materials. Once I've got that, then I'll go towards getting radio. We'll get some broadcast museums. I'll put it in there. You can see I do have some great works lying around. It's because I have more works than slots, and I'd rather take Brazil's before making my own. Cold War done. Space race next, then social media. Oh, we're getting to the fun ones now. Look how many spaces for national parks we've got. Just my faith income. My faith income is the one thing that is a bit low at the moment. Everything else is looking pretty handsome. Hang on a second, tourism. Let's have a look. 15 from that national park. 20 from this one. 15. Some of these national parks are just terrible. It's okay. If I can finish Eiffel Tower, now that will be good. That will make all my national parks pretty awesome. No one else is building it at the moment. At the moment being the big thing. I do expect at some point the game is going to just go, meh, no fun for you, and just take it away from me. But until that point, we will have fun. Modern era, I think it's atomic when we get the first golden age that helps with tourism. So nothing exciting will happen this age. I don't think monumentality is still a thing. Monumentality would be cool for archaeologists, so that actually, admittedly, I'm using my faith pretty heavily at the moment. Maybe I'll take wonder building? Actually, I can take everything, can't I? Of course I can. Heartbeat of Steam, Hicksunk Draconas, reform the coinage. Let's just do it all. Lovely. I don't need to make troops. Not going to war. I can't be bothered with war. War is good for nothing. One thing I can do is just putting little ski resorts down just in the little nooks and crannies of my empire. Beautiful stuff. And a stadium in this city will just help to keep everyone happy. That's like, I mean, if we look at the radius of that stadium, where is it? There. It gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my cities. Beautiful. I want everyone to be happy. I want the world to know how happy I am, just to make them go, oh, we're really jealous. Oh, music. Oh, now Pedro's got music. Knew as soon as I bought some. Ah, never mind. Maybe I can trade some stuff for music. Like, I want it if I give you some random music instead, like this one and this one, or some writing, I should say. Can I trade just for music? Almost lets me do it. Quite expensive, but worth it. Let's do that. And then, yeah, look at that. Much more tourism. Perfect. You fool. Let's vote double artists. Brazil gets 2 points because they have tons of era score. World's Fair, I'd love that. And let's ban coal power plants because we don't want the world to burn, do we? I just sold all my favour. I keep selling my favour. I'm not that keen on a diplomacy victory, I'll be honest. But look at this. Brazil have a religion. They have an actual religion. They've got missionaries being sent to my lands. Hang on a second. What is going on this? No engineer points. Oh, that's mean. Oh, we might be able to nab Eiffel then. But look, you. This is crazy. Hang on, let's just stick the bias there down before I forget. I mean, this is awesome. All of my apostles have martyr on them. I'm in the wrong government because my government gives me religious strength. I don't want religious strength. Who have I got a researcher that? So I don't have a religious alliance. This is it. So you'll all agree with me that I won the religious victory, right? This is a post-religious victory game. They've just made this religion. This is a new thing. So I'm going to lean into it. I'm going to lean into it. View governments. Can we change government? We can. I'm going to... Oh, I lose the faith purchasing. But honestly, at this point, I get more production towards districts. It's kind of the same deal. Levy on mass is rubbish. I'll get logistics because it's just quality of life, heritage tourism, public transport, try and get a trade. Raj is good. Anything else that'll give me more stuff? Thistle banking. Actually, my trade routes are doing pretty well for me, so I'll do that. Oh no, colonial taxes. Scrap that. So this is as weak as my apostles can get. And I think, yeah, I can just hit them into missionaries. Weaken myself that way. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Okay, perfect. That's what we'll do then. We'll just charge in and see if I can kill some of my apostles. That will generate relics for me. I've got at least one more space for relics, and then I've got to find some more. But I saw something. Yeah, because I've got some Basil's Cathedral on the way. Right. Oh my goodness, it's all coming together. I love it when a disgusting plan begrudgingly comes together. It sort of like goes, oh, you sure you want to be doing this? And I'm like, silence, you fool. Oh, I've lost so much of my faith income. Okay, well, this is fine. We're going to flight now. And then we'll go radio, and we've already unlocked geothermal plants. I just need to unlock one more form of, like, wind farm would be good, or solar panels, one of the two. I'll go wind farms, and then we can start biosphering it up, and it'll be awesome. Biosphering it up, of course, is a technical term. There's the aquatic center, by the way. Boom! I'm hoping this will make every single one of my cities happy. Look at the radius of that. Oh, it's beautiful. I think I'm hitting one Brazilian city, but apart from that, they're all mine, so 10. Oh, it's great. Normally, flight gives you tourism from your culture improvements. I have none, so that gave me nothing, but it's okay. It's fine. Oh, right. This apostle's almost dead now. Haha. I love it. I love games where killing apostles is the move. Like, they make me so happy. Such a stupid way to play. It's just a really, really odd, really stupid way to play. Oh, there's a merchant. Great merchant. Sarah Breedlove. Okay, right. I need her. Biosphere is really important. Which cities have commercial hubs? My capital, this one, and Mepeda. Oh, where's this one there? Did I build a commercial hub? I swear I built one more commercial hub somewhere. Yep, over here. Spies are not important. Commercial hub investments, they are important. Go make those. Satellite broadcasts. I've got public works on the way because my public works are going to be used to generate me more builders and the stuff that come with builders. I'm basically going around chopping every rainforest down and putting woods down. I am terraforming my land. It is terrible for the environment. Like, so many animals are dying. It's awful. It's absolutely dreadful. Here we go. Can we do it? Can we get a relic? Yay! I got a relic and I'm eating it and it's tasty. Oh god, the tactics in this game are strange and I love them. Right, start getting more artifacts as well. Oh, classical. Which was classical? Classical wasn't barbs. I think that's a 9. No, hang on. Where is it? Up here. Yes. Okay, that's good. We did need a classical. Oh my goodness, it's getting so complicated. I wish there was a way that you could like untick the box that said which ones you want and you can actually have a look at your empire and be like, yeah, that's what I want to see. Broadcast centers, yay! Oh, that's really handy. Actually, quick diversion to computers, then we'll go composites. So I've got electricity, computers. Oh yeah, that tourism boost is going to be so handy. I am slowly starting to win, but I'm just aware that like Coupe's on 9 diplomacy points right now. Big numbers, and I don't really want to have to deal with those. Oh, online communities will help massively. Sarah Breedlove will help. Between that's going to be 75% extra tourism to everyone, because I do have a trade route with everybody. So I like it. I refuse to use rock bands, by the way, because I just find them annoying. Plus, my faith income's terrible, and I'd rather have the consistent faith and tourism output of national parks, plus they give amenities, than rock bands where you can spend everything and then, like, they die, and you're like, oh, great, thanks for that. Oh my goodness, is that a sculpture? I think it is. I will trade you something for something. There you go. I can eat this. That's going to be my lunch. Social media, online communities. Oh, I've got too many things I want to do at once. Let's get Raj in quickly. Oh, theocratic legacy. Goodness me. Yeah, theocratic. What was it? What did they just go for? Synthetic technocracy. That's where we're headed now. Actually, no, I lied. We're going to environmentalism first, and then we are going to synthetic technocracy. Really? Minus 10% tourism. Why? I'm not going to do that, am I? Oh, you numpty. Why would you do that? Oh, okay, fine. I think they're doing it deliberately. They're like, I know what Ursa's going to do. Ursa's going to copy me. Copy this. And then they just sort of pull their trousers down and fart. And I'm like, well, I could copy that, but then I'm going to get into trouble. Let's use my faith instead to get patron saint and move you to my new cities, like this one, and pray in a theatre square. I think that's going to be a good job for me. I'm just starting to build some broadcast centres now. I'm going to balance between buying them in and doing these. Oh, I keep forgetting that you can't build forest on flipping floodplains. Like, that's annoying. Fine, have some farms. Oh, my first seaside resort. These are things as well. They're not very good, but they can give me just small chunks of tourism here and there, which sort of helps. Look at all this oil in the desert here. Oh, I just got culture bombed. Well, that would be annoying if I wasn't just going to steal that city in like 3 turns. So I'll forgive you this once, just because of your own incompetitude, you know? 86 guy. That is another one finished, which means I can now move my things around a little bit, like so. One more themed. Oh my goodness. One by one, we are doing this. I am dragging this into the sort of 21st century. Oh, okay. Right. I think that's all we can do for now, but we've got other archaeologists around. Adagrat is the only other city that I haven't improved just yet. It's this one, and I think I can get, an archaeologist will still come out of this city. But apart from that, that's all we can do. I'm going to go art museums from this point onwards. There we go. We're starting to pick up speed now. This is all being made harder by the fact that Ethiopia is strangely not in the game. I wonder what happened to them, eh? It's odd. They were just sort of playing, and then we lost them, and then it's like, oh, whoa, what's going on here? I also have one more national park, because I didn't have enough as it was. Isn't it weird how a whole game can go, and computers environmentalism are finished within, like, a turn of each other? Oh, mosaic! Yes! Oh, wonderful. Okay, Brazil's actually starting to pick up artifacts again. That, I can't tell you how much of a relief that is. For you, we've got St. Basel, Eiffel, and Biosphere all within 5 turns coming up now. It's really cool. Combined with 25 and 25, that's 50% extra tourism. And Sarah Breedlove, I am about to just turbocharge this tourism game. It's going to be absolutely crazy. And still pushing builders out as well, up to 957 now. Yeah, I mean, like, they've got 500 culture, and it's just not enough. You gotta do better. Gotta do more. Oh, I bought a mosaic, and it finally finished this flippin' museum. Oh, themed. Another one themed. So blues are a problem for me. Oh, actually, no, I just picked up something. Oh my god, I actually themed a blue one. That's incredible. Okay, if we move some stuff around, you'll see that we've kind of like got half themes on a bunch of other stuff. I still need industrial artifacts, and I could do with another medieval. There's still things that we need. We are a few turns off Nobel. I'm going to skip Nobel because I want Leaky, the one that gets extra tourism from archaeologists. It seems like a really weird one, and I never go for it, but yep, this once, it's exactly what we're going to do. Oh, I just messed up though, because I just sold all of my, or got rid of all my gold, and the military aid request is just finished, and I need about 1,000 extra gold. And Brazil's really not going to buy books for very much. I was just thinking I could temporarily sell stuff and then like just trade in for the gold and then win the request. But I'm not going for diplomacy. I'm just going to chalk that up to my own stupidity. That could have been avoided, but what are you going to do? Oh, here you go. Another theming as well. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like medieval artifacts. I can do those. Those I can do any day of the week. How much food am I getting? 112 food. 112 production. Some seriously good artifacts. Oh, edibles. Yum, yum, yum. St. Basil's Cathedral. Religious tourism from the city. That's all you need to know about. The extra tundra stuff. It's a very warm St. Basil's Cathedral. Imagine if Russia was built in a really warm country. Like if Siberia was just really quite like pleasant. Change the country a little bit, wouldn't it? Very much so. Environmentalism? Yes, go away, Coupe. I don't care. But my tourism is now starting to grow. Unfortunately, Brazil's culture is starting to grow very fast as well. That's a little bit annoying, but never mind. I'll go globalization. Have they changed governments? No, they're going to stay in synthetic technocracy. It's kind of a bit frustrating that, but what can you do? Please, Mr. Line Inventory, please go away. Oh my god, Coupe has artifacts. Yes, Coupe. Yes. Do this for me, please. So I can finally move my relics to St. Basil's Cathedral, where they're getting a lot of extra tourism. No extra food in production, unfortunately, but tourism will do. I'm still trying to generate as many relics as I can, but it's proving problematic at the moment. So one good thing, one bad thing. Firstly, the good thing, the Eiffel Tower has been finished. Yay! 2 appeal to every tile in my nation. That basically means that all national parks have 8 extra tourism, which is then multiplied by 50% to give about 12 extra tourism. So that's a big boost. The bad thing, that's another good thing, there is an aid request on me, which is good. The bad thing is that my entire nation is now on fire. I don't like this at all. I think I've lost a lot of population. Like my capital probably lost about 3 or 4 population there. Oh. Nobel, I'm just going to let slide. Oh, Einstein. I'm going to have to let Einstein slide as well. That's horrific. Yeah, I need to basically eyes on the prize it and make sure that I get the ones I need. What's under this artifact today? I'm looking for anything that's a bit different, Lady Six Guy. Actually, that was probably one of the ones I want, right? Yeah, it was. Oh, and it's themed now. Look at that. Oh, 616 tourism we've gained. Einstein's going to be good, but Einstein's not what we're after. We're after the archaeologists. Come on. Stop burning down my lands, fires. It's good. Rainforest doesn't spread to woods, but this rainforest may be tribute and this neighborhood. We'll ignore those. I'm sure it'll be fine. Biosphere. Okay, dams, geothermal plants, wind farms, solar farms, all of that good stuff will give me extra tourism. The thing I'm thinking actually is with the biosphere, I think the renewable energy boost you get from the tier 4 government, I think that does become tourism. So even though going to that government would give me a 10% penalty to tourism, I think that power would more than make up for it. I think. Plus Pedro is on that government as well, so I would lose the different government penalty from him, and he's the one I really need to worry about. I'll get different government penalties from everyone else, but he's the one I want to sort of press. So yeah, I feel like this could work. It seems like a bit of a counter strategy, but one I quite enjoy. Oh, my capital's lost about 6 population from these fires. Oh, that's brutal. They're still making more relics, which is good. Come on, kill it. Oh, why wouldn't attack? Why won't you attack? Oh, that's so frustrating. I was like, I'm still making relics. It's all good. They've got so many missionaries just sort of wandering around their lands. It's really good for my apostles. Aha, there she is. Meriliki. 350 science, but also cities generate 300% of normal tourism from artifacts. And we'll get Sarah Breedlove in briefly as well. Awesome stuff. We're doing great. This is a good combination of things. Congo, when you're done repairing all of the districts that are on fire, can you get some campus research for me, please? Thank you so much. There we go. There we go. Finally killing some apostles again. More relics. More relics for me. I can make another 2. And 25% extra tourism to all trade routes. Okay, how are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? We're slowly gaining now, but oh, there's a long way to go. And the problem I've got is this gets much higher than 530. I'm going to actually start running out of tourists to take from Kupe and Shaka. So my job is going to get even more difficult. I could, in theory now, and this is the crazy thing, I could think about bringing Ethiopia back soon because Brazil is about to spread religion to themselves and they wouldn't win an immediate religion victory. Interesting. Wind farms have been unlocked though. Fantastic. This is where we start the biosphere surge. So wind farms can be put on pretty much any hill tile in my nation. We're going to be beelining those, and each wind farm gives me, I believe, 10 tourism. So already we've just gained 30 tourism putting all those in. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to get a huge amount of tourism from this. What I now need to do is look for offshore wind farms. Those are the best ones. But before we do that, I will just beeline towards satellites. Things like sanitation. I know what tanks are, but not sewers. So, you know, that's a bit worrying for the people that live in my nation. Like, you can drive a tank down the street and you may just have a small poo following you. Just going to experiment with something. I need more faith. I desperately need more faith. So what I'm going to do is just sell a couple of resources to get myself 200 gold, like that. Then we'll buy this tile. Then I'm going to, annoyingly, there's a barbarian right there. That's just minorly frustrating. Right, come and sort it out with my very terrible units. We're going to faith buy in a preserve. That will culture bomb. Oh, there's a lot of barbs over there. That's not good. And then next turn, I can look to get a grove, which gives me 2 faith on all adjacent tiles. So that'll be something that I can start to work to get a little bit more faith. There's quite a few tiles here that work nicely. So the gamble begins. I think that synthetic technocurrency, yeah, I think it's worth the gamble. We're going to do it. I know that I'm getting minus 10% tourism, but I'm getting all of the extra power, which will become biosphered once everything sets up. So satellite broadcasts, heritage tourism, online communities. We now finally have enough to get everything in. International Space Station. This is why having such a good government is a really, really good thing. So I can now put in all of these cards. There's the extra faith and theocratic legacy. Republican legacy can come in now, which would be awesome. Public transport, and I can finally get my builder card back in as well. Where have you gone? Public works. Like so. All of my cities are pretty much happy now. My faith is almost doubled per turn, which is awesome. As expected, the barbs are just ruining my plans for this preserve. I actually regret even mentioning it as an option now. Like, what's the point? They were always going to flatten it. They were always going to flatten it. Field cannon, there we go. We've got some actual troops. We can go and send them to this front line now. But still, we'll go smart power doctrine, and I think, if I have a look at the tourism, yeah, look at that, plus 14 tourism from all sources of green power. I think this gamble might pay off. I no longer have a huge penalty towards tourism with Brazil. I do have minus 40% with pretty much everyone else. Only 20 with Kupe and Shaka because they have smaller governments. It's a bit of I still think this is a bit of a risk, but I'm pretty happy with my risk. Oh yeah, my tourism's massively grown. I think we gained about 250, 300 tourism after that change in government. I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like we made the right choice there. I also just picked up my last artifact that I can fit in cities at the moment, but that's good because it means I can now do some rearranging, and perfect. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 themed buildings. Actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty good considering each one is just a feast. A glut, a banquet for my nation. Tasty. Still picking up 3 cities everywhere. There you go. It's another one from Kupe this time. The smart power doctrine. Lovely. What's up next? Global warming mitigation? 3 envoys? Carbon recapture? Yeah, let's go for it. Oh my lord. It's an artist with 3 sculptures. Oh boy. Okay, that's quite exciting. We're gonna have to, yeah, That's dinner for the next, 5 days. Chemistry is a good one. Research labs. Oh, more science. Lots and lots and lots of more science. That's what we want. Got a National History Museum having a crack in my capital. That will give me more spots for more sculptures. I like more sculptures. I can eat them. Keep saying this, but I'm just going to continue saying it until you realize just how much sculpture I am eating. 132 foods worth. Yum. Moksha, this time I've learnt my mistake. I'm not going to try and build silly preserve districts. No, I'm going to build an actual theatre square. Bam. And with that comes an amphitheatre and also, I think I'm going to go art. Do I want more? I think at least one more art museum and then broadcast centre after that point. That's good. We can still buy all the great works from Brazil, so we shall. You got any sculptures? Oh, they've even got sculptures for me. That is brilliant stuff. Oh, you love to see it. Another tooth. Why is there a tooth in a box? Come on, there's got to be better relics than that. Oh dear, I'm finally starting to get some of these apostles to give me relics. It's awesome. Pedro is so sneaky. Pedro is so sneaky. They've just switched to digital democracy. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, so I would lose the power per turn from my cities if I switched over. That would be 14 tourism per turn times by 23. So just over 300 tourism I'd lose. I'd gain 10% of that back and I would switch over to losing, I mean, that's a 40% penalty to tourism. I mean, I've got to switch. I have to switch and it's really, really annoying. Okay, digital democracy it is. Oh, Pedro, you're doing that deliberately. They know exactly what they're doing. It's sneaky. It's a good way of stopping tourism. Like, just if you can see someone doing it, just make sure you go for a different government to them. I mean, it's fine. We're only delaying the inevitable. We've got solar farms. The problem is, though, I say that, but diplomatically Coupe's on the rise and the Mayans are now going to the moon. So, I mean, it could get worse. Oh, I've just realized that the sea's flooding as well. Sea's going to flood a lot quicker if we switch away from this government because we're going to lose the environmental power, but never mind. Now, I have a National History Museum and I'm thinking, what do I want to put in it? What do I want to put in it? I could put sculptures in. They give less tourism, but they do give food, and it's all in my capital. And I just like my capital being a massive chonkathor, so is that what I do? I've still got 2 sculptures that can go down. You know what? Of course I will. I'm actually going to move this sculpture over to this city because there's potential theming going on over that, so that's great. And then I'll sort of move back to the capital. I think that's the best way of doing it. So there's distributed sovereignty. I won the World's Fair. That's pretty cool. Have used it. Okay, Brazil is still digital democracy. I feel like we're going to have to switch over, but it's just the weirdest thing. We're just going to have to keep copying whatever they do. So I'm on 2,000 tourism. Remember that number. It's gone down slightly to 1,930, but that's not huge. And it means now that, so I've lost the -40 penalty. They're probably going to change again. Brazil is probably going to change because they're doing it defensively. So I just need to keep an eye on whatever they're doing and basically just copy them. Also, it's expensive, but Meriliki is worth it. 300% tourism from artifacts. Oh yes, that's brilliant. Okay, perfect. So now I can start using my gold again for actual improvements. I've been saving and stockpiling it for a long time. No more. More voting. I'm aware that Coupe is probably going to be trying to do some naughty stuff, so I'm going to actually vote a couple times for Shaka to get the points. They have the most, and I feel like we can ruin that one. B, diamonds. We'll do that again, and people like to do spies. I'll do tech boost because there's a chance I might actually do that. We'll see what goes through. Pedro got them, pearls, tech boost. I got 1 point out of that. I mean, that's not crazy. Oh, look, there we go. I'm finally starting to get more tourism now. Good. 11 points, 11 points. Everything is sort of stalemated a little bit, but this is what I'm looking forward to. Oh, yes. Right, we're on 1,966 tourism. I'm just going to do some purchasing quickly. Just 2,290. That's worth 300 tourism. Honestly, I was sort of hoping that would be a little bit more than that, but never mind. One of the sneaky things I'm doing in this game, because my carbon output is so small and everyone's producing carbon apart from the Mayans, who appear to have just shut carbon out of their industry entirely, which is cool, is I'm now recapturing. That means that I can pull my carbon below 0 and give everybody a massive carbon penalty to diplomatic favour so that I'm the only one with favour. Just gives me options later in the game. Plus, I now have satellites. It's time for solar farms. So solar farms go... Oh, I don't know why I put a farm down there. That's really silly. Solar farms go on flat land and wind turbines go on hills. Next up, I need wind turbines at sea. Sea turbines. I think if I search for improvements, it's either this one or this one. One of them is seasteads and one of them is power. Which one? Seasteads don't give gold, do they? Nope, that's not going to help me. Housing. This one. So it's this one down to the bottom because wind turbines don't give housing. So we'll go nanotech and then these two mystery things. I think that's right. Just watch as it doesn't work and I look like a fool. So as I'm getting more and more theatre squares set up, I'm building archaeological museums again so that I can get more artifacts. I get so much tourism from them, it makes sense to get them where I can. Another national park. I'm still making them, still giving me amenities. Lots of tourism as well. It's looking good. I think this turn we've pushed over 2,500 tourism, just about. It's looking good. Cristo Redentor. So this gives me tourism output from relics. It basically doubles it, and it gives me double for seaside resorts. I probably only got about 8 seaside resorts around, but the extra relic tourism massively helps because I was losing that to everyone I didn't share a religion with. No, sorry, that's the rationalism element of it, isn't it? Yeah, so 2,600, and I think I'm starting to, yeah, look at this. Trade route open borders, trade route open borders, trade route open borders, trade route. We're looking good. Ah, beautiful stuff. The problem is, as I say, Shaka and Coupe may run out of tourists before we finish this off, but I think we're okay. Fairly exciting, but I can put Contractor on Reina now, and I've got Moksha who can pray theatre squares into existence with quite a lot, and I can also now buy them into existence. Both are far too expensive for me to do every turn, but it's just little helps, little assistances. Couple of exciting revelations to tune you into. Firstly, look, I just got Chichen Itza. I'm actually taking cities from the Mayans just purely with my outrageous population size. It's lovely. I'll take it. Wonderful. In fact, actually, I think did they build a neighborhood in this city for me? Yes, they actually have. Although it then got deleted because it wasn't in a qualifying place. Oh no, it's still there. Huh. No, that's a bit weird. Anyway, we're getting more land. I still have some land over to the north, and I've got some land now down to the south that I'm still putting solar farms on. Getting to 3,000 tourism now, but more interestingly, I just picked up, where are you? Edmonia. She has 3 more sculptures. That's right, more snackies. Literally every time I see any form of great artist with sculptures, I'm like, yeah, go on then. I'll take it. And then between turns, it's just sort of an outrageously large amount of selling of every resource that I've pulled out of the ground this turn to give myself enough money to then go and find a city and buy a broadcast center in it so that I can move some music out of my capital and then put another sculpture in. Like, this is literally all I'm doing at the moment. But because of that, I'm getting an insanely big city. Like, this capital is doing really well, and there's very little I'm actually doing to grow it. Turn 249, and you can see we are slowly creeping now to a tourism victory, although one of our alliances just went down, which is a bit annoying, and oh no, he'll sometimes, you know, when you just like, I absolutely bet he won't take the alliance, but they did, which is great. And actually, I'm going to ask for a military alliance from the Mayans now as well. Doesn't matter if I have to pay for it, it's fine. But a golden age has been achieved by some distance, and Wish You Were Here is now an option. Cities with governors receive 50% tourism than world wonders. That's good. 100% tourism to all national parks. That's even better. So we were on 3,000 tourism. Let me just give that a little wiggle. 3,300 tourism now. I feel like that's a fair amount. 3,400. Oh, I do beg your pardon. So that will be 125%ed to Brazil. So yeah, we'll be hitting kind of about 8,000 tourism to them per turn now. Doesn't matter that they have 1,100 culture, and they keep nabbing this city-state. They know what they're doing. 30% extra culture for Brazil just by having that one. It's an absolute pain. Ugh. Maybe I should actually, yeah, you know what, I'm going to actually have to move Amani over, which is annoying because I'll lose a little bit of tourism, but I just need to throttle that city-state as quickly as possible. Let's just move down and go straight down to puppeteer as quick as we can. Hey look, our prediction was right. Predictive systems, offshore wind farms. Oh yeah. Okay, perfect. So 5 turns away, and we can build wind farms pretty much in my entire sea. I've got about 100 tiles, I reckon, that I could improve on that. So that's looking pretty awesome. I've got loads of spare land. Like, don't get me wrong, we have options ahoy. I can even build seaside resorts next to the lake. I love that. It's probably not the best thing that I could have done on that tile, but it's just, I find it cute. So one relatively cool thing I did pick up was this great engineer, Alvar Alto. He provides +1 appeal to any tile within a city, and I can use him twice because of Mausoleum. Now, if you have a look, these tiles are doing pretty good in Axum, but we have 1, 2, 3 national parks within the borders of its bounding. I mean, it's awesome. I've also got at least 1 seaside resort. So I think it would be 4, 8, 12 tiles. So I'd get 24 extra. So about 30 with each charge, 30 extra tourism, I reckon. That's my prediction, because I've got the Golden Age, which doubles the tourism on parks, and then I've also got things that give me about 50% tourism boost, like computers and environmentalism. Exciting stuff. And that is predictive systems. Oh, turn 255, how are we doing? Yep. Slowly getting there. Oh boy. Right, I can put offshore wind farms down now. This basically frees me up to put whatever I want down wherever I want to. And that's the sort of thing that I enjoy. To sea, my builder fleet. To sea! And there we go with a tourism of 4,263. We have won the game. Now you'll notice that I haven't shown you the victory screen because I filmed the end of the game and then realized that I'd mucked up the audio. So we're going to do it in 2 parts. I'm going to show you the map and then I'm going to show you the Hall of Fame because it shows you pretty much the same stats. The glorious Kongo Empire. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Do I regret not expanding my borders a little bit? Yeah, potentially. There was some unoccupied land around that I really should have moved to, but the reason I didn't was because I was so focused on getting the religious victory, I didn't really think about then expanding out later. So yes, there was land to the south of me and to the east of me that could have been claimed. There were some islands to the north that probably could have been inhabited. I did a little bit of a better job towards the end of the game, but I was so focused on religion victory. That's why I kind of left the infrastructure alone. But with 2,400 culture per turn, you can't argue with results. I had 700 tourists and 999 domestic at the end of that game. Wow, what a ridiculous number. We're actually lucky we won when we did, because Shaka is now out of domestic tourists, so I would have struggled majorly to win the culture victory had we gone on for too much longer. I also saw a few comments earlier in the series along the lines of, what would have happened if you would release Ethiopia? Well, if I just let a city go, let it rebel, liberate it back to Ethiopia, they would have won a religious victory instantaneously at the time. Not anymore, because Pedro now has a religion, so they wouldn't win a religious victory automatically. But what they would do is then give me some culture. So I think releasing them would have made me win culture even faster, because they would have had a 5th pool of domestic tourists for me to siphon off without changing the threshold that Brazil was providing. So yeah, would have made that really easy once Brazil had their own religion. Brazil played a power game, only 12 points behind me. They did really, really well. Scientifically as well, the Mayans are on the moon. Brazil is off to the moon as well, but I believe I was actually ahead technologically. I just hadn't bothered to build anything. Look, I've actually done right up to exoplanet. So in theory, I could have come along in like Congo and gone, yeah, let's have a spaceport, and then just raced off. I just didn't fancy it, you know? I liked the tourism and I liked seeing this. Look at that. Oh, that is what we call a biosphere rush. After all that though, I think my most visited tile was my capital, with great works in the palace and the extra tourism. That surprises me, because look how much more tourism is in that theatre square. I think it's because the Archaeological Museum came in after. So the great works in the palace was doing a lot more from a lot earlier in the game. Still though, that was a ridiculous number of tourists we need to siphon off Brazil there. Did they manage to get any with me? Yeah, they actually took 83 tourists themselves, and the Mayans, those 70, that was from one rock band. It did really, really well. It just makes me think I really should use rock bands more, but I just can't bring myself to do it because they're just so frustrating. Actually, look, they've got loads of rock bands. Maybe I undersold them. Also, the other thing is, as soon as you get a good rock band, the AI inevitably closes their borders and you're like, alright, fine, no fun for me. Just wanted to put a quick shout out before I show you the Hall of Fame again to the channel supporters. Coffee, Patreon, you know who you are. Thank you for giving me this game idea, and if you do want to support the channel in future, that's the place to go, especially if you're interested in providing some A to Z challenge ideas. That is where I look. But let's not hold back any longer. Let me show you the Hall of Fame. Here we are, as mentioned, the Hall of Fame. It's a little bit of a weird report. As you can see, I only finished 1 point ahead of Brazil. Much closer than I thought. Only 9 units of CO2 emitted, only Menelik did less. Wonder why. And yes, Eastern Orthodoxy. Wow, Brazil's done a really good job spreading their own religion there. That's crazy. Oh, and the Mayans have brought their religion back. I didn't even notice that at the time. Buildings constructed, you can see that I did out-construct Pedro just, but it was a close run thing. They were keeping me honest most of that game, and I actually think they did really good. Sometimes I like leaving the AI alone to see what they can do. I'm quite glad I did it. They genuinely really outperformed what I thought they would do. They also produced way more cities than I did, although I did capture quite a few myself. I don't like how the colours change between the graphs. That's a bit frustrating. Great people, and you can see, oh yeah, nowhere near Pedro. Pedro was having a Brazilian game. My culture though was just on point, as I believe my science was okay. Yep, I was in the science lead after I caught up with the Mayans, but again, they were having a strong game. Wonders, yep. I did produce the most of it. It took me a little bit of time to get off the bat on that one. Where's religious belief? Religions founded. Where's the religions founded graph? Is that not a thing on this? You know, I don't think it is. That's crazy. Religious beliefs. Well, you can kind of see when the religions did get founded. Islam was founded towards the end of the game, but actually no, sorry, it was Catholicism. There it was. And this is where I picked up Eastern Orthodoxy. I like these graphs. Yeah, some of these are quite cool. And you can see on score, it was me that caught up with Brazil right at the end. Oh, what a game. What a game. I really, really enjoyed that. Thank you all for watching. Next time up is Korea. Oh, exciting. I'm really looking forward to that one. See you next time on A to Z. Goodbye. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, I Am, Salty Tech, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Doughboy91, Sean Gratis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Amir EC, Henry, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boy Zorro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan. Thanks everyone.